transition. I went through ordinary 1st through 12th grade like everybody else, basically. And then we moved to Beaumont when I was in the 5th grade. And I started kind of taking it a little more seriously. And then I went to junior high school and started taking it very seriously. And then I got into college and I did honors English and that sort of thing. And by the time I finished college, I had switched around a little bit so that I was doing other things. I was taking courses that other people weren't taking. And so I started that, and it got very interesting because it was different from high school, and I didn't expect that. But I took all kinds of things that other people didn't take. And so I sort of drifting away from where they were going. And by the time I got into graduate school, I was ready to really decide what I wanted to do, and linguistics was foremost. So I started taking linguistics courses, graduated, and I don't know what my mother thought about that because she never really talked about it. My father died when he was fairly young of alcoholism, and my mother remarried about a year later, and she never wanted to know about what I did. She wanted to know about what I was doing now in terms of professional. So I didn't really talk to them about it a lot. It's very strange when you think about it. I didn't talk to them about it a lot. Well, my professional background began really, I guess, when I was in graduate school. And it kept changing a little bit over the years. And I taught at a couple of schools where I didn't really do a whole lot. And then finally, I was at a place where I could choose what I wanted to do, and I started choosing. And so I did linguistics. I did linguistics primarily. And then when I came to the University of Tennessee, I was able to work those in. They added linguistics as a major, that kind of thing, and I could start doing more of it. It was a kind of slow process, and it was a little bit tedious. I taught at Southern University for 2 or 3 years, and I think the first year I was there, toward the end of the year, I was invited to participate in a sort of mock thing, a big thing where I danced and that sort of thing. And I got along very well with people and did what I wanted to do. And I was very surprised that I could do that. I wasn't quite sure that would happen. I think that was a big moment. My personal inspiration began when I was a first-year graduate student at the University of Arkansas. And it was a man named E.E. Cummings, whose poetry I had loved for a long time. I managed to get his address in New York, and I wrote to him and asked if I could visit him, and he said yes. And so I visited him. And I visited him twice. And then after he died, I visited his wife, and I have photographs of him. It was a wonderful experience. To future generations, I would pass along lessons in doing things with other people, helping them to see what you see that they don't see, that kind of thing. Who am I leaving a legacy for? Some of the people I've taught with at Tennessee are people to whom I'm leaving a legacy. And there are people at Georgetown and places like that. Because we didn't have other linguists at UT when I first started. And I was therefore working with people at other universities. That's changed now. We replaced me. And we have a linguist in the English department. I'd like to be remembered as that woman who did many different things, and sometimes they just shocked you because you didn't realize that she was doing that as well as the other thing. And you'd be very surprised that she was doing all of that. And so I think I would be hard to be remembered.